right, guys, welcome back to Airball Agenda. Have a guest star today, Colin Sherwood.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about NBA players who I frankly think need to be traded. So we're going to go start in the Western Conference, and we're going to start with the Utah Jazz. Now, the Utah Jazz are an interesting team, to say the least, okay? A lot of potential. They have Ace Bailey, good player. Keontae George, who had a really good year, definitely an up year. Definitely could have been a candidate for most improved. Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Kyle Filipowski, just defensive big men, really. And I don't think it's one of their starters that needs to be traded. I think Cody Williams needs to be traded. He's currently a backup to Ace Bailey. He was 10th overall in 2024, I believe, and he has potential. He has a very big upside, but he's a backup to Ace Bailey right now, and I don't think that fits him. I think if he was on a different team, he would definitely have potential. Like, imagine Cody Williams on, like, the Bulls, who desperately need some wing play. Honestly, I wouldn't hate to see Cody Williams in, like, a Warriors uniform. What do you think about that?
I mean, Warriors really do need a wing player right now, especially after Jimmy Butler's injury and, trading Andrew Wiggins to get Jimmy Butler. We're lacking the wing.
Lack big men, too. Have Draymond. That's about it. Now, there's some bigger names on here, but now we're going to go to another name who was recently actually involved in a trade, but the trade fell through because Mark Williams decided not to pass his drug test for the trade, and that's Dalton Knecht going to the Hornets for Mark Williams. Now, Dalton Knecht, I don't know, he was a rookie, and, he wasn't doing bad. I mean, I wouldn't say. No, he wasn't doing, great. He was not a top 10 pick. He was doing what he could, and he was doing decent for a rookie. He definitely could do something later on in his career. I don't know what I'd say the ceiling is, but maybe like an all-star ceiling. That might be exaggerating, but that's probably his absolute ceiling. I don't think he's going to be an award winner or anything like that, but he could definitely be like a Max Strus, how Max Strus helped the 2022 Heat on that championship run. He could be like a Duncan Robinson. He's a good three-point shooter. Plays a little bit of defense. He's like a copy and paste of Duncan Robinson, in my opinion. I feel like he could look good on multiple teams. If I had to think about him, he's a shooting guard, small forward, I believe. I think about teams that could definitely use shooting, or that like shooting. Again, the Warriors. The Warriors wouldn't want anybody else besides a three-point shooter, of course. So what do you think about Dalton Knecht going to the Warriors?
I don't think the Warriors would trade for him. He's just not an impact player. They're going to try and win Steph his fifth and final ring before he retires, probably within the next 3 to 4 years. He's just not that impact player yet, so I don't think they'll trade for him.
Yeah, I think he needs to go to, a young team who, maybe, you know what? Put him on the Pacers, okay? The Pacers are a younger team, kinda. They have some older players like Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Ivaki Zubac. But having Dalton Knecht maybe come off the bench and, actually get him minutes and build him up as a player so he can solidify himself as a starter or even a six-man. If he's going to win awards, he could be an amazing six-man, I think. I wouldn't mind seeing him on the Pacers. Now, here's where we're going to actually jump over to the Heat, and we're going to Jaime Jaquez Jr. I am a huge fan of Jaime Jaquez Jr. Rookie of the year. He wasn't a rookie year. He was in the running, and I thought he was really good. I like watching him. He had a little bit of down year after his rookie year, but he's still a very good player. He could be that impact player if he got playing time, but it's just the Heat have wings and bigs, so he doesn't play. I'm pretty sure they started Davion Mitchell, then Tyler Hero, then I don't remember who else, but I know it's Andrew Wiggins, Bam, and then Kel Ware is what I think their starting five are. And that's just doesn't give Jaime Jaquez Jr. a place to play. He's a small forward / power forward, so his role is out of place. He doesn't have a role on the team, but he could be playing almost anywhere else. Imagine Jaime Jaquez Jr. on a team that needs a wing. Okay, now like Sherwood said, the Warriors need a wing, and if you give Jaime Jaquez Jr. a year and you seriously focus on his development, he could be an impact player. I solely believe that. And I solely think that's true. You saw what he did in a rookie season when he was getting limited minutes, and he did so good that he got into the rotation. But then he ended up getting out of the rotation because they got Kelly Ware. They wanted to play bigger, and he didn't get as many minutes he didn't get as much minutes as he did his rookie year. But he was still good. He needs a new team. He needs a new home. He needs to play more. And new topic, all the way to the Grizzlies, Ja Morant. Now, Ja Morant's an interesting player. He's good when he's healthy, and quite frankly, he's good when he's not in trouble with the law. That's his problem, okay? He gets suspended for games for his life outside of basketball. He performs inconsistently or he gets injured. I feel like if Ja Morant focuses on basketball, and this is the same with Zion Williamson. This is this next player here. If Zion and Ja focus on basketball, and if Zion conditions and actually cares, and he's like, oh wait, I was a first overall pick, I need to try, I need to play basketball, they could be good players. I solely believe that. But they're too inconsistent. They don't play enough. Zion especially, he's always running into an injury, or he's playing inconsistent because he's coming back from an injury and he can't play as good. He takes time off. And that's the same with Ja. Now, Ja doesn't do it as much as Zion. And Ja is definitely a subject. He has his personal life, and you can't hate him for that. But I think seeing Ja on the Heat, maybe do a trade involving Jaime Jaquez Jr., who we just talked about, and Ja. See Jaime Jaquez Jr. on a new team. He's a face of a new team. And you see Ja with the Heat. I like that look. I think that would be a good trade. Now, obviously, it's not going to be straight up because, Ja Morant is better than Jaime Jaquez Jr. as it stands. But if you package Jaime Jaquez Jr. with a first and maybe some other players, I feel like that is a good trade. Now, Zion, I don't know if there's any hope for him. That sounds bad, but what do you think about Zion?
In the game that he played this year, he was pretty good, but he's just doesn't play. He's way too injury prone. It's an issue.
I think this might sound weird, but Zion Williamson is like rookie Charles Barkley. Now, rookie Charles Barkley didn't want to play, so he just gained weight, so he didn't have to play. And Zion, I don't think he's doing that so he doesn't have to play. The entire Charles Barkley story is he didn't want to get drafted by the Sixers, so he tried gaining weight because they wanted him to meet a requirement weight, so they would draft him. And he didn't want to play for the Sixers, so he's like, I just won't meet the requirement weight. So that's what he decided to do. And Zion, he's not bad, but his body can't support him. I don't know if it's the way he runs. Like, that can be a big thing. I don't know if it's the way he conditions or the way he practices, but Zion needs to figure it out. And honestly, I would like to see Zion packaged for trade. I don't really know what team he'd go to. I don't know what team would want him, is the thing. Because you can't guarantee that he'll play. You can't guarantee consistency. If he gets to where he can play consistent, I could definitely see him part of a trade. But if the Pelicans can trade him now for young pieces, I absolutely love that idea. And our next player is Joel Embiid. What do you think about Joel Embiid?
I mean, former MVP. He played good in the first playoff series again.
He definitely shouldn't have won MVP, though.
Nikola Jokic was robbed that year, yes.
Yeah. This year, too.
Joel Embiid played good in the games he did play in the first series against the Celtics.
He did good.
Was a big factor in them coming back from down 3-1. But he's also just injury prone.
Yeah, that's the thing. But honestly, I'm not going to hate on Joel Embiid for being injury prone. Yeah, he doesn't play the most because he's injury prone. He was drafted in 2014, I believe. Him and Jokic were in the same draft. I believe it was 2014. And he's playing. He's 30 now. I think he's
31.
close to being 30 or 31. And it's crazy to think that he's 31. He's good. Like, he's not a bad player. I'd like to see him on a different team, though. I don't know if I'd like to see him on a different team because the Sixers don't need him because he's not bad. The Sixers do need him in a way. They need a big. I don't know who their backup big is. Andre Drummond, who's older than Joel Embiid. But I would like to see Joel Embiid traded for like picks or something. I think that would help the Sixers out a lot. And also with Joel Embiid, he can be that player, but what was it that he had that he was missed like second half of the season? He had to get surgery like a week before the first round, and he came back and helped engineer the Sixers 3-1 comeback against the Celtics. And then he ended up being out for some of the Knicks games, and they got swept by the Knicks. But the Knicks are a good team, and Joel Embiid is a good player. I feel like he needs to be on a different team. I'd like to see him traded. It's another thing you can ask Zion. Who would want him because he's so injury prone? But I still think if a player's injury prone, you would want to trade for them. Back when Curry was in the beginning of his career, he was injury prone. He had ankle injuries, and he was getting shopped around. And no team ended up trading for him, but, he was shipped. So I don't know if it's that if they're injury prone, people don't want him because, what if he gets a bad injury and he can't play? Fun fact, Curry was offered to the Bucks for like Andrew Bogut, and the Bucks declined because they couldn't trust his ankles. It's a thing with injury prone players or players who can't consistently see the court, which makes them hard to trade. But I think that Joel Embiid could get traded because I'm hoping this next season he's actually going to play. And we've seen what he can do when he actually plays. Like, he won MVP. He's an MVP. Now, I don't think he should have won MVP. But I think he should have been second in voting. I seriously do. I don't think he should have won. But he won. I'm not the one deciding who wins MVP. No, if it was, I'm sure there'd be a lot different players in the top three. But I'm just saying, Joel Embiid is an MVP. I don't know if he can get to that level again, but he can seriously contribute to your team. He can seriously contribute to a team. Trade him, please, because the Sixers, if they get something in return, let's say they get maybe a younger center and a pick, okay? Not as developed of a center because, that wouldn't go through, but they trade Joel Embiid for a younger center that needs development and a first-round pick or two. That'd be an amazing trade. That'd help both teams. Just don't trade them to the Lakers because the Lakers probably don't even have 2 first-round picks left. So that's all the players I have. Is there any players that you think need to be traded? Like any team you can think of?
No.
I think that's it. Yeah, no, I'd say that's all the 6 players that I think direly need to be traded. Honestly, I'd rather see them anywhere else. Actually, I'd add one more, but I don't think he needs to be traded. I feel like he'd be a potential trade candidate. If Brandon Ingram gets traded, because he's the oldest player on the Raptors, he's good, all-star this season, so he can still produce. So if they get something in return for him, that'd be good. And then maybe get younger pieces. I would like that, but that's not a necessary trade. That's just you worrying about the future of your franchise. And I'm actually really excited to see what the Raptors do this offseason. They made it a series in the first round, and I like the core they have. If they maybe add another piece without trading away too much, or they draft another piece, that's good. I'm excited for the Raptors, but that's all I have. That's all we have. So thanks for watching Airball Agenda. Stay tuned for the next episode. And guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Come on now.